I've been working with DLWP and some great groups, some community groups, to develop their projects. And we've got some findings, some tips from some of those groups that have really learned a hell of a lot over the last couple of months, and want to share it with you. Look, there's three things that you've really got to break your approach to crowdfunding into. One is planning, and that is pretty critical, and it might take 3 to 4 weeks. It might take a little bit longer with some community groups because of your need to get around to a lot of people and get their engagement as well. Then there's the actual campaign itself, the campaign that could be anywhere between 3 and 6 weeks. And that's quite an intense period, but it's a lot of different skills to be used in that time. So we've got a few more tips to share with you at that time. Then following it all, once it's completed, we hope you're going to be successful. And so what you're going to be doing is then delivering rewards as well as going on to deliver the project. So some of the tips that have come back to us from the groups that have been successful, and even those that haven't quite got their targets but have been successful in other ways. Number one is to form a good team. It always takes a great person that's going to step out there and be the leader in your group. But don't leave it all just to that person. You've really got to collaborate with people that have got different sort of skills from maybe the technical or scientific skills that you might have, and bring in people, for example, students, people who know about social media marketing, maybe some media students, some others that might just be able to give you some ideas about how to put together a little movie for your campaign. But basically, try and change it up. Get some younger people, some older people, some skilled people in different areas and from different industries even. And it's a great way to get more people engaged in the project. But form that really good core team, and don't just allow your leader to really take on the whole thing. It really is much better if you've got a team of people helping to run this. The Landcare groups use these sorts of ideas, and some of the more successful ones were doing things like discovering that they actually had someone who was skilled in video on their committee, but they just never asked them about that skill before. So it might be great to actually ask people what they could contribute who are in your group. Others were asking local businesses to help, and then finding that they had quite amazing skills within their local community, and those skills were really necessary for them to get through. Others were collaborating with other people who might have been putting on events, maybe trivia nights or other field days or things where other people were gathering, and then asking to perhaps name that or give the campaign a bit of profile during that time. Before you push that press button and the world knows about it, there are a few things that you need to sort of get ready for. So one is, who is your crowd? Who are you going to get to? So knowing that network map. Another one is, what messages are you going to put out during the campaign? You will be putting out messages through regular media, but also through social media. So have a plan for what kind of messages you're going to put out and when. And of course you can do that beforehand. You can start to write those things with your team beforehand and schedule them in. We've got some great templates to share with you that help to guide you through a few weeks campaign, and you can put those messages in there and get them ready to send. But getting some press releases going, getting some fantastic and interesting statistics and wild and wacky ideas about what it is that you're trying to save. Perhaps it's a threatened species with a particular habit that might engage people, might get shared around. Basically, crowdfunding is about sharing your passion and getting other people to want to share that journey with you and want to be a part of this campaign and this project. So get some really fantastic things that you love about your project. Share those with others. Don't make it always just about asking for money. What you want to do is engage people, and the best way to do that is to tell them why you're so interested in this. One of the most important things in crowdfunding is you've got to create a crowd or encourage a crowd to follow who you are. And one of the wonderful things about conservation, environment, landcare groups is that you've got a network already, and there are some pretty incredible people in those networks, and they are connected to so many other networks. If you start to think about it, You know, you've got your own friends and family, and then you've got the groups and organisations that they are involved in. What if you could map those? What if you could get the emails and the mobile numbers and the Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn addresses for those and brought them into your campaign? That's what you need to do. So in the pre-planning, you can do some network mapping. Just do it with your group. Draw out who you know and how do you connect with them. Do you have a phone number? Do you have an email? Can I look up their website and find their Facebook details or other details? Build a database of those people, because you will need email addresses and Facebook connections to put your message out to. Your campaign has got to go to your crowd. Build a crowd. We can supply some templates for how you can map those things, and some really fantastic network mapping templates are available free of charge. Another successful way that groups have been able to engage people is to have some events. Those events might be trivia nights, for example. It could be a launch, it could be a field day or something, it could be a presence at a local community markets where you launch your campaign. These things are great because you can connect with so many more people who might be coming to this other event, or you create an event especially for this and invite people in. It builds a buzz in town. It tells people that you're here and you've got a couple of weeks or you know, a little bit longer to put this campaign out there, and it's a call to action in a personal way. It's you talking to your community and their friends and getting them to really understand what you're trying to do and why. And a lot of crowdfunding is really about that personal appeal, whether it's online or it's actually in person. It's really important with your rewards that you don't have too many or that they're too difficult to deliver. You've really got to do things that are going to be easy and cheap to deliver, or that you really are getting in enough money plus a donation on top of it, if you like, to make sure that that's not going to give you just a hell of a lot more work to do when you're already busy people anyway. So it's really trying to get something that makes it, that's easy to give, that is cost effective for you to give, and really doesn't cause you a problem later. So that's where you need to really collaborate with people who can provide things for you and with you that make that easier. Online delivery of things is just great. There's the time in presenting something or creating something that might be delivered as a download, and those sorts of ideas can really go well, particularly photography and the beautiful landscapes and species that there are out there, and actually sharing those as a reward. You know, that's a great tip too. When you're designing your rewards and your campaign, and you know, getting people to collaborate and help you put some great rewards up, you know, a couple of things that you might think about. People love, excuse me, recognition awards. So recognition rewards are things like being able to name something, a threatened species, one of the lizards, or perhaps putting your name on a patch of a conservation reserve. That was really quite successful, and people were able to say, oh, I helped out on that place, or I helped that particular animal. They can be really quirky and fun. We had some where somebody offered some bull semen to obviously there's only a small market for that, but what it did was got people to really talk about the area, talk about the campaign, talk about the needs for that particular area, and it just got people talking and having a great deal of fun. Engage with others who might be able to give you rewards that you can then offer through your campaign. So you might think, well, what have we got to offer? But if you can collaborate with others, you know, perhaps there's some fantastic things that they might be able to contribute to your campaign. And it could be a service, it could be something that they do. It could be a product, it could be something they create, it could be something they've crafted, it could be a lesson. There's all sorts of things, and it really is just about what is it that is a skill in your area, or a product or a service that you could perhaps ask to have contributed by some of your friends in business, family and other networks to your campaign. Now you've pressed go and the world knows that you've got this project out there. There's quite a bit to do, and if you've got a good plan there, that's going to help you. But that said, it still is quite stressful because it's really an intense project. You're hothousing a whole lot in about 3 to 6 weeks. So really, it can be stressful, but if you've got a good team, a good plan, and you keep at it, and you keep asking questions and connecting out to other people to help you through that journey, then you're going to be better through it. Everybody has their moments of thinking, oh, why did we do this? This doesn't seem to be working, etc. Actually, during the campaign and after the campaign, everybody says that they've gained so much more through crowdfunding, and they're really pleased they did it, even though they say that it actually was quite a lot of work. Everybody comes out of these projects saying that they have got better networks, they understand social media better, they've actually worked out how to use their phone for iMovie. You know, they have got so much more out of this. Some others get interest from companies that might want to sponsor, or people that might want to give them a grant or a helping hand with other sorts of donations. People are finding that they're getting new skilled volunteers that just might want to help on particular projects, not be your regular volunteer that turns up all the time. So it's during the campaign that you're engaging with a lot of people and helping to bring them into your project. So it's an intense time, but make sure you reach out. So you've reached target date and you've got your funding and everybody's very excited. What you now have to do is deliver on your rewards and thank everybody that's contributed. So don't just think about it as the people who've paid as contributing. It's all those people that you've developed a team or collaborations with to get your campaign going through. You've now got a crew, really, people who are passionate supporters of what you're doing as well. You've got to deliver those rewards as well. You've promised that you will do something, so now it is roll them out. With Landcare and environment groups, there's always a lot of competing projects and tasks and everything going on. So you really just can continue to have the team help you on delivering those rewards and on meeting and being flexible about some of the deadlines that you might be facing. And you know, life's busy for everybody, and just but schedule these things in and schedule in some help and reach out once again but deliver those rewards. The next step is the really exciting step. You get to spend the money on the project that you love and then show people what you've been able to achieve. That's fantastic, and that's what you're heading for. Just keep that light ahead of you, and keep on reaching out and getting support and assistance, and best of luck.